Okay, today we're going to be playing with valve covers. Um, Closest to you is my new valve cover. Back here is my old cover. Now, Miata valve covers are not just a thing to keep the oil from splashing all over everything as you are driving or running the car. Serve another purpose. Originally, it has 3 chambers here, and the idea of these is to allow air into certain passages here, using some of these chambers and these dividers in these chambers to kind of uh, take the oil out of suspension as it's churning around inside of the head. The camshaft's churning up oil, mixing oil with the air, and then part of that is meant to go out this passage and be consumed back into the intake. Part of it is to go into this chamber and to this hole here is populated by a positive crankcase ventilation valve that basically, if the pressure in the crankcase builds up, then that PCV valve opens and routes that excess pressure back into the intake manifold, and in order to keep the crankcase from building up too high a pressure. Now what I'm doing, or have done in the old valve cover, is you'll see, whereas in the new one, these are open right now, and they're usually covered over by plates that are represented in the new on the old valve cover by these plates. And you'll notice that there are a number of holes drilled in here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm co-opting this PCV system to do something different. I'm trying to relieve that crankcase pressure, but also to do a better job of taking out the suspended oil out of the air that's in the valve cover. And I do that by this. So the basic idea, and like I said, air, there's the plate, this plate doesn't cover this, it allows air to get in there. So air comes into here, it gets into here, and then this leads out. I replaced the PCV valve with a nipple. I'm going to turn that over, but replace it with that nipple. And the basic idea is to let the air that is churning up all of that oil, let that air get into these chambers, get trapped in these pot scrubbers. Surface area allows it to be able to condense out to get the oil back into the head. So this is on top of the head, so drip back down onto the head. And then any vapors that still have oil goes out through this nipple here and out through this here into a catch can, and therefore it gets caught up and doesn't get recirculated back into the intake. So my quick and easy job here, and I'm going to take this gasket off because it's going to be replaced. So out you go. So basically I'm going to do what I did in the old valve cover. I'm going to do that into the new one. So scrubby goes into here. And scrubby goes into here. And scrubby goes into here. And we will trap all those bad old oil-laden vent air, all that bad old oil-laden air, trap it up into the scrubbies. We'll put our plates back on. Oops, that goes around this way. And then we'll have nice air that doesn't go back into the intake. One other thing I'm going to do is I could have used some Loctite on those, but I'm going to elect to use this impactor to provide the final tightening. This is sort of like a manual impact driver. So let's snug it up. And then you whack it with a hammer. Provides final tightening. Okay. So my next thing here is purely cosmetic. And that is that you see my cast-in lettering on the valve cover, and I'm going to use this thing from the beauty supply to fill in these letters. Poorly, so it seems. All right, one thing left to do is put this nipple on there, and it should be as easy and Pumpkinhead's cover is done.